Okay, shalom to the warm. First and foremost, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and great millstone who do well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and your icon pushing this word to the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity, making your calling and election sure. Shalom, shalom. And this is going to be a lesson entitled, We Own Nothing and Are Happy. Okay, because Klau Schwab has mentioned what? Ye should own nothing and be happy. Not realizing that we already came out of her. Meaning we left already everything behind mentally, spiritually. Out of what? Babylon the Great. America. Okay, the ways of America. The ways of Esau, Edom, and the elites and the agenda that they push here in America, Babylon the Great. Right? LGBTQ, feminism and effeminism on men, and so on and so forth, right? And now going into this new world order, which is going to be governed by the RFID CHIP. We're not going to take it, and we're not going to own anything and be happy. You 2/3, you're not going to own anything and suffer. Okay, right now we already don't own anything. We look at everything that we have as something temporal, something that's not going to last. Let me get this precept. Luke 14 and verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he has enough to finish it, has sufficient to finish it? Lest happily, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000, right? Before you come into this ministry, before you even decide to get serious in this thing, you got to count the cost and see whether you're going to be able to make it to the end, knowing that you're going to lose all your possessions in due time, knowing that you're going to have to suffer persecution, go through different trials and tribulations, and still hold your faith, go to work, and still make time for the Lord to study, read, and make your lessons, right? Losing your women, losing a wife, losing friends, so-called, losing those around you, all for the sake of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and the furthering of this ministry. Okay? Because what this precept is going into, liking it as a king going to war. Is this not a spiritual war that we're entering in? And when you start making these lessons, once you get serious with it, that you said to yourself, you counted the cost and you want to do it, there's no looking back. Okay? Because what? He that knows the will of the Lord and doeth it not, he shall be hit with 3 stripes more than he that did it. Meaning your judgment is going to be far greater than those that didn't have access to this truth, those that didn't have access to this ministry, those that didn't even get an chance to understand what this was about. And you knowing this was the truth, you knowing that, damn, I need to do this, I need to get on my shit, I need to study, read, learn what, so on and so with the doctrine, and you're doing it not, you're putting it off, guess what? You're going to be in a far worse case going into Jacob's trouble than that man that didn't. Okay? Consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000. Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace, Salakia. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. 33. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he has, he cannot be my disciple. You see? And if you think about it, that's comfort. Knowing that you already got to leave everything behind. You got to leave your houses, your lands, right? I'm going to get a precept going in the book of Mark. Your cars, your materialistic things that the Lord allowed you to have, right? Blessed you with, including even your women. The scriptures say, those that have wives be as though they have none. Mainly going into that time, and you got to already have that mindset kind of going. You love your wife, you do what you got to do right now, because we're not in that time period. But when it's time, and maybe, your lot is to be in Lot's lot. Right? What was Lot's lot? His name is Lot. His wife, she wanted to look back, right? And what happened to her? She turned into a pillar of salt. And this time, if your wife wants to look back into America, no, I want to go back to the ways things were. I want to take that C hip. I want to live a somewhat back to normal life, because it's gonna be after shit's the fan. I want to live somewhat normal life again. She's not gonna turn into a pillar of salt. She's gonna get melted by a nuclear missile, and you gotta have that mindset and be ready to let that go. Let that go. And at that moment, you're already gonna leave your house. You're already gonna leave your cars. You're already gonna leave a lot of things. Family. You're gonna be almost damn near on your own. Verse 34, salt is good, but what salt have lost its favor, wherewith it shall be seasoned. All right. Verse 33, so likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he has, he cannot be my disciple. You see, we already don't own nothing, right? Yeah, we have houses, brothers have cars, brothers have things, but we don't necessarily own them. Why? Because we know going into Jacob's trouble, we're gonna let that shit go. This is the book of Mark, chapter 10, and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 20. Verse 20. And he answered and said to him, Master, all these have I observed from my youth. Right? The laws. Verse 21. Then Yahweh Shai, beholding him, loved him, and said unto him, one thing you lack. Go thy way, sell whatsoever you have, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. Come, take up the cross, and follow me. And he was sad at that saying, and went away grieved, for he had great possessions, man. If the Lord blesses you with, more possessions, you got to understand that he has faith in you to uphold those possessions, knowing that you're still going to be able to let it go when it's that time. You're getting ready to put that away when it's time, to be a pilgrim upon the earth and follow Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And we're doing it right now. Verse 22, and he was sad at that saying, and went away grieved. He was sad, man. Like, man, I don't want to sell this shit. For he had great possessions. And Yahweh Shai looked round about and said unto his disciples, how hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of the Most High. He yelled it. He yelled it. Okay. Just jump down to verse 28. Then Peter began to say unto him, lo, we have left all and followed thee. And Yahweh answered and said, verily I say unto you, there is no man that has left his house, or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my sake and the gospel's, but he shall receive 100-fold now in this time, houses, brethren, and sisters, and mothers, and children, and lands, with persecutions, and in the world to come eternal life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. You have a lot of people that have it right now. They got it on this side. They're winning on this side. You see them prospering in wickedness on this side. That's fine. Let them have it. All right? And then even more so when it's time of the Charagma. Right? And why do I say that? Because they're going to have it too. At that little moment in the hour of temptation, they're going to take that Charagma and they're going to go back into society with their wives and their children. And their things are going to be kind of normal for a little bit. And at that moment, you got to understand that they're still first. But at that point, it's already going to be last, because not too long after that, they're going to get that sore in their hand or in their forehead, right? Cancer. Things are going to start turning left. War is going to, increase. World War III is going to escalate. And next you know, civil unrest and all types of, crazy shit. And that's when us Akim, man, sincere brothers, sincere brothers and sisters, that's when you're going to start winning. And that's when you're going to have it all, right? That's when them people that looked at you like you had nothing are going to be looking for you. But many that are first shall be last, and the last first. Okay? So yeah, Klau Schwab, we own nothing and are happy already. Because that's on our mind frame. We already left America, Babylon the Great, spiritually. We don't care about your houses, your cars, your things you have to offer in order to have us take that charagma. And brothers, we got to have that faith to go into that guillotine and go for it. Go for it. Let's get the fuck up out of here, man. And the Lord's going to protect you, brothers. I do have that lot, man. When you see, if it's your lot, it's because you're able to handle it. It's a precious thing to die for the Son of Man's sake, man. Precious thing in the sight of the Lord. So, man, with that, Lord willing, this was edifying and exhorting to, to your brothers and your few sisters out there, man. Keep pushing, keep enduring. We're almost out of here. Shalom.